You ready? Let's go. 2-minute daily devo for Wednesday, June 15th. I'm in the Contemporary English Version today, and our verse of the day comes from the book of James, chapter 3, verse 13. I want to give you a little context here. James, the first part of this chapter, is talking about the power of our words. And he talks about how the tongue has the power just with a little spark to start an entire forest fire, and how we can have praises and curses come out of the same mouth. And so we have to make sure that we control that tongue because it is so powerful. Then he gets in our verse of the day, and he's talking again about something we just talked about recently. Here's what it says in verse 13. Are any of you wise or sensible? Then show it by living right and being humble and wise in everything you do. You know, James asked the question, are any of you wise and sensible? And let me just tell you right now, he's talking to followers of Jesus Christ. He's not talking about new believers, and he starts the whole chapter talking about that because he says, my friends, we should not all try to become teachers first. So he's talking to believers. So he says, are any of you sensible? And he's kind of asking this rhetorical question, and he says, well, here's how you can prove it. Then show it by living right and being humble and wise in everything you do. Obviously, the people that he was writing to probably had a problem or an issue with being humble or living right. So James is reminding them, well, this is how you can show that you are wise and sensible, okay? By living right and being humble. You know, we've talked about this just recently about how God opposes the proud, but he elevates those that are humble. He elevates those that just go about doing their business without telling everybody what they're doing. Then he says, by living right, okay? In everything you do and being wise. This is what we as believers should strive for. People that are known by how they live right, people that are known by having a humble lifestyle, and people that are wise in everything they do. Now, are we going to hit that mark every time? No. Are we going to mess up? Yes. How many times do I mess up? A lot. But our job is to try to strive to do what James is telling us to do. If we want to show that we are wise and sensible, if we want to become the followers of Jesus Christ that God wants us to be, we need to live right. We need to live with a humble heart, and we need to live wise in everything we do. So I want to encourage you today. Let's strive for these things. We may not hit those marks, and I don't want you to feel guilty or condemnation if you don't, because you know what we do if we fall? We get back up, dust ourselves, and go again. God is quick to forgive us if we ask. But here's our goal. This is how we want to live as followers of Jesus Christ. All right? That's it, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.